Hello, and welcome to the Asylum Engine Level Creators Guide. Here you will learn the basics in using the function blocks provided by the engine, which will go over the following categories: time manipulation, movement mechanics, enemy encounters, and sound and visual effects. So, let us begin. First off, we have our time function blocks. You'll see that I am holding the developer view item right here, which allows me to see all of these. If I take it out of my hand, they will disappear. So simply running into these will change what time of day it is. And this also includes weather patterns. Let me go back over here and do this. Next up, we have our crawling and hitboxes. If I shift underneath this table, I'll crawl underneath it once I run into this block, but only if I have the crawl collider block attached to whatever the thing is that I'm putting down. These are necessary for these to work. Next up, we have jumping. This will allow you to double jump, so you'll be able to get over two blocked tall surfaces, like this. Next up, we have our sliding, or shimmying. So, if I go right here, you'll see I now have to use A to get along this wall. And the letter that you put onto these blocks will change what direction that you're facing when you're crawling through them. So since this is west and this is marked W, I was faced to the west. Next up here we have our panic zone. So the panic zone blocks will just increase the volume of the little heart rate there, the closer that we get. A couple other sounds in there as well, some heavy breathing. Really good for ambience. Next up we have our checkpoint block. So simply walking into this will activate the checkpoint. So next time I die, I will respawn right here. Then we have our enemy trigger block. So walking into this will trigger the enemy that's behind that wall. As you can see, we're just going to hit the enemy despawn block to get rid of them, and then you have your little enemy spawn point. Next up, you have our victory point. So this block will just play the victory sound, so you know you've completed a level. And then we have our dust particles. So these are just really good for ambience. It's very, very pretty. Got a couple particles that has a pretty wide range. Then we have our general sound player. So the way that this will work is you have sounds listed from numbers 1 through 6. In order to get a sound to play from it, you have to name the block one of the numbers. The way that you see what numbers do what sounds is by not naming it and placing the block down, which you can then run into it and it will give you a list of what your options are going to be. Then we have our command executor. So running into this block will simply execute the command that's named on it. And lastly, right here, we have our mood sound block. So this will play any sounds while near. The flies, the rustling of chains, and other lovely little ambient noises to make whatever your level will be feel a little bit more lively. And with all that said, I will demonstrate now the checkpoint, and that will conclude our tutorial. And as you can see, I'm right back here. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the mod. Can't wait to see what you make.